Hello humanity, my name is Emilio de Jesus, and this is how I introduce myself in all my videos. Okay, today we'll be talking about, I have to read it because it's kind of hard for me. Here's the image, the Nebra sky disk, okay? So, I'm not sure who put the original images with the information, with the knowledge on it. Like again, I told you people, don't ever listen to me and don't listen to anybody, okay? Learn your seasons and your constellations and you will see the truth and all the illusions out there that the planet Earth has installed for you to keep you guys dumb, ignorant, okay? So in order to grow in knowledge, that's all you have to do. Study your seasons, your constellations, and you will see through the veil of darkness, to the veil of illusions, to the magic of writing, okay? So that's all you have to do. So I discover what this actually translates to, and I promise next week or sometime, if I have time, I'll be doing the Sumerian tablets, then after the Sumerian tablets, the Nazca lines, then after the Nazca lines, the Egyptians, and the Temple of the Dead, and what else? Then India. I'll be decoding all of those separately, okay? And I really want to do about the time travel guys. Right here they are. So, but this one is real beautiful. I want to show you guys at the end of this presentation what it really means, and it's real beautiful. And the thing is, the numbers, 40 and 360, these numbers remind me a lot about when I was studying the human anatomy and the heart and all these other things. It's kind of, that's something apart whatever it is, but if you only study about, near death and when you come, all those numbers that medical officers, you will see a lot of things similar to our constellations and everything. So that's just the thing I want to put out there for you guys. I'm not going to be explaining that because that would take more. I just want to explain how I discover what the Nebra sky disk. I call it the sun disk, so to make it easier. So always educate your mind, humanity. Always learn your seasons, your constellations, and you will see through the veil of magic, through the veil of illusion. Remember, all books, that you will read has some magic in it, an illusion. So the only way you're going to see through the illusion is by learning your seasons, your constellations, and you will see through the veil of darkness, okay? So let's get started. Hopefully you enjoyed this presentation, and good luck, humanity. And let's get started. Okay, let's get started. I recommend you guys reading all that knowledge right here. I'm not going to be reading it. You have to do it yourself. The Nebra sky disk. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit of what's going on. I read some knowledge last night. But before I read what I learned last night, I'm going to talk about a little bit about what's going on since the month of October. As you know, pole shift should have happened on October 13. On October 13, a solar flare hit Earth and then knocked down the Earth magnetic field, okay? So I researched Alaska after that, and Alaska is hearing strange sounds coming out of the ground, and the animals seem to be gone. So if you study about animals, they sense the magnetic frequency of the universe, and they know when to move to higher ground when the pole shift is about to occur. And as you know, if you look at the White House, it has an advisory for humanity to prepare in 120 days, in 90 days, and in 60 days. And that was in October 13. Okay? So last night, a friend sent me an email and it showed me about NASA. Something about Earth going through a solar flare on November 8th or 9th. Okay? So do the research and educate your mind. Alright, humanity? And it's time to prepare. Hopefully those chemtrails work and prevents the pole shift, but I don't think most likely it's gonna happen. Alright? So hopefully you can push freeze, read all the rest of the information here, and understand what this is all about, okay? So I'm gonna explain what this is all about, alright? I call this instead of the Nebraska sky disk, I call it the sun disk, okay? We have the yellow sun and the 14th constellation. You will see all our planets in our solar system of the 13th constellation. And inside the 13th constellation that we live in, we can see all the 14 constellations bounded together. because the 14th constellation came in. As you know, the 14th constellation is in the abyss for 1,000,000 years, and when it comes in between the Leo and the Cancer constellation. How do I know this? I learned that from the Sumerian tablets and from the ancient India and a lot of the other ones, and especially it's in the NASA logo as well. Okay, and it's playing this. You have to just study and educate your mind to see the truth. So anyways, it comes in the year it came in the year 2010. That's when Barack Obama started talking about climate change. That's the real cause of the climate change. The 14th constellation is in, and it stays in the constellation for 6 years, 6 months, 6 days. That's the mark of the beast. And in the year 727, that's when the month of destructions really begins. It really will hurt humanity. All right. So it will disconnect by the year December 25th, 2016. Okay, look at this knowledge here. Whoever provided this is all false knowledge. It's not the real knowledge. It was to distract you from the truth. Okay, so read the knowledge and educate your mind, and I'll be talking about other things. Most of you people who've been looking at my videos and educating yourself, mostly the girls educate themselves more than men. So that's honestly truth. The women are more awakened than men. And when I mean awaken, is that they search for knowledge. It's not because you were chosen and none of that BS crap. You really have to educate your mind. It's not about being social and the energy, all this. Nah, everybody can learn this if they educate themselves. Right here you will see Nut. That's the sky goddess from ancient Egypt. You will see the images right here. Now I really don't know what the scientific name for this is. So if for any of you people out there knows, email me and let me know. Because I've been trying to look, and I have books, but never explains what this is. Okay, it's really hard to me to understand what's the scientific name for the arch here. I always thought it was the ring that the 14th constellation, travels on, like it's in the NASA logo, but it's not. So I always admit when I'm wrong, not like other people when I email them and I tell them, hey, you're wrong on this and this, they get offended. I admit when I'm wrong, and like I always tell people, never listen to me, educate yourself. So whoever did this information for humanity, the scientists, they don't know what they're talking about. They brain dead, big time brain dead. They never studied the constellations. They never understood the truth. Okay, so I'll be explaining all this information for you guys. Okay, I just want to show you guys that the same knowledge, like the remember from the Sumerian tablets, they gave you like Zacharias said that in the one tablet you can see the planets and everything. That's all a lie. Then it talks about the hammer bracelet, another image. That's all a lie. And I show humanity the truth, that what it's all about. And that pissed off a lot of people, book writers and everything, when I came out with my the correct interpretation. So here's what the man did, and this is kind of like the real. This is real right here. This is pretend this is us in the planet Earth. This is the 13th constellation, and we will see our celestial bodies from this globe. That's just an example. So now read all this knowledge here I provided for you guys. Okay, I really want you to read and educate yourself. That's the only way you're gonna be able to observe the knowledge. Okay, so there's a Nebraska guidance. I decoded it the correct way using the 14th constellation. Okay, our 13 and 14 constellation, all of them bonded together. Okay, so again, there is 40 pinholes, not 39. And again, you have to study about, like the Bible, 40 days and 40 nights. This is trying to say that the 14 constellation, I guess in the month of Cancer, the month of July, stays in our solar system for 40 days and 40 nights. I guess that's what it means. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. I think that's the correct translation for the Noah's Ark. And again, in July, in the month 7, in the month of, actually in the month of June, that's Gemini. That's the last month humanity has to prepare. Okay, because the destruction happens in locations all around the world. Because the destruction begins at 7/27. Okay, so the month of June, you will see up in space the constellation Gemini, and the decks will be closed by the ark's decks are closed and it leaves. Okay, it's kind of hard to me to explain. You really have to do the education yourself and learn. Okay, so read the knowledge here that I provided for you guys, and here is our 13 and 14 constellation. This is the key of knowledge. With this key here, you will be able to decode anything in the Bible, okay? Anything in ancient history, any ancient temples, anything that our ancient ancestors will try to explain to you. This is the key of knowledge. I learned this from the Emerald Tablets of Thought, okay? So you will have all your constellations. You know about 12 of them. The 13 I learned from the $1 bill, okay? And pointed it out as our, sun constellation. And we don't have a name for it, okay? Well, actually, NASA gave one. It gave it to them on September 29th. I'm not sure the name that they gave to the 13th constellation. It's been around from millions and millions of years, and it's been documented from ancient history. And the Bible calls it the Ark of the Covenant. It calls it Eden. It calls it Jerusalem. It has a lot of names in the Bible. From the Sumerian tablets, TMF, the 13th constellation is called. It has a lot of names. So just educate yourself, humanity. So now we're going to look at the celestial bodies, okay? So here's a celestial body of our constellation. How you will look at it. This is the 13th constellation. The sun holds, I think right now it holds 9 planets in our solar system. Sometimes I get confused for 9 or 10. But as you know, in ancient Egypt, we used to have 12 planets in our solar system. And when the 14th constellation comes down, it moves planets around. The Bible calls it, let us come down and confine the language. That means move planets around, okay? That what changes our DNA, because the sun creates a sound, a music. And by the planets being moved around, it changes the harmony. That's why I tell people aliens can come here, because, if alien comes here, they become us. If we move to the planet Mars or any other planets or constellation, any other constellations, we will become a different species because of the sound, because of frequency, energy, vibration, okay? So here's the sun disk. I made a little change just because of the one celestial map I showed you guys. Here's our 30 constellation. Then I got 12 constellations. I'm showing it to you guys with the names and everything of our celestial bodies, okay? Then you will have the 12 planets. Then you will see on the right hand side the 13 and 14. And I'm giving you here the map, the correct translation for this tablet, okay? But where it has the moon, I put sun solar flare. That's just an example. I'm not saying this is correct or nothing like that. I'm just giving you guys the correct knowledge, my interpretation of what my knowledge is telling you, okay? Just because of the celestial map that I saw, and I will explain more of it throughout this video, okay? So here's a little bit of knowledge. Then you can see the one with their explanation before, where you see the red. It's the 14th constellation, holds the red sun and 6 planets, okay? That's what they call Lucifer. They call it Isis, Ra. It has a lot of names. It calls it again, the red sun from the Bible is called Satan, Eve. It has a lot of names, the red sun. Just look at my other videos for all the names that it has, okay? And again, in the Sumerian tablets, a little spacecraft, it has a lot of names, humanity. Our sun has a lot of names as well, okay? So just look at it, study this chart pretty good so you understand what I'm trying to tell you, okay? So just in case, let's do this over again, a different interpretation. Here you see again the 13 constellations, okay? And you will see the 14th constellation in the abyss. It stays there for 1,000,000 years, okay? Here you will see our celestial bodies, and you can see the planets move around and everything. It's a different example for you guys, okay? So as you know, the 14th constellation, when it comes in, it moves planets around, it changes our DNA, the sound. Okay, that's why I mean that aliens can't come here. If they do, they become us. If we move anywhere in our solar system, we become something else, okay? Anywhere in the cosmos, alright? Because there's a different sound vibrating in water, okay? So again, here we have a different example, okay? You will see the moon, like instead of a solar flare, I put the moon, and instead of Venus, I put Earth. If you look at the other one and study it, like I told you to, you will see the difference, okay? That's the two things I changed. I changed the moon instead of a sun flare, that I put before a sun flare. I changed it back to the moon, and I put a question mark underneath it. Then you will see Earth next to it, and I put Earth, and I changed Venus. That's what I put Venus earlier, and you will see Venus next to the sun over here, okay? Because that's how the planets move around. I'm just giving you guys my example, my explanation, okay? So you always have to study again your seasons, your constellations, and you'll be able to see the truth and all the writings of ancient times, the writings that elite, the people do to fool you, to fool your mind. It's up to you to educate yourself. If you don't educate yourself, you will always remain, in my words, I will say stupid. And believe me, humanity, I'm as well stupid because I need to learn math. I need to learn so many things. I need to learn to make my light grow. I know a lot about art. I know a lot about painting. I know about my constellations. I learn about my seasons. I'm learning binary codes. I'm learning about a lot about history, and but I'm not learning about the human anatomy. I'm learning so many things. Is that so much? I wish I would have known this. If you are 14 years old and you're listening to this, you are good hands. But I started doing this at the age about 5 years ago. I'm 32 years old. I'm 42 years old. So I'm just giving you guys that I lost a lot of time and knowledge that I should have been doing this a long time ago. Okay. So there's about no gift that I have, and then I did have two symbols that woke me up. Then I had my experience where I had a dream where because I read the Emerald Tablets a lot. Like I read the Emerald Tablets literally more than 100 times, and I talked about before I even knew that thought was the 14th constellation, where he said that he left this body, he went through space and space time. I had kind of like a similar experience. First was when I was little, I dreamed about 3 circles. One was bigger than the other, but was like a cycle repeating itself when I was a little kid around the age of 12. Then I had experienced dreams where Puerto Rico was on the water. Then I moved over here. Then at the age of 23, I experienced the gray aliens, 3 of them. And again, they're not aliens, they're us from the future, changing our timeline. Then again, I experienced, once I grew on knowledge and I started studying because of the 2 shapes that I saw. It's in my other videos if you guys want to learn what those shapes were. I'm not going to repeat it here. To learn it, you have to do the homework. Then after those 2 shapes, I had a dream where I felt like my body left my spirit, my energy left my body. Now remember, I think I was dreaming at this time. To me it was a dream, but I felt real. I felt like my spirit left my body, and I left this constellation, my other constellation, and it looked like a tree. But more that I think about it, it looks like half of a brain and the other brain wasn't complete. But it was all the universes, like so many different parallel universes completing a mind. Okay, so, and it was covered with darkness, and it was only one, and it looks like we have to multiply it. Okay, decided to add a little bit more, just in case you heard that little cut off. Again, don't ever listen to me. Educate yourself. Learn about your about the government, the corporations. Learn about the system, how it is. Remember, to me, the Americans did a good job for the era that we used to live in. Remember, people are not good. People are really bad. Okay, people, to me, because of their mind and no intelligence, they commit a lot of crimes. So I think the way that the elite created the system, they did good. But now it's time to upgrade the system for a better we grew in technology. We are a different race. We have a different DNA now, and I think they already have this in the agenda to change everything, because they already know that the greed and the corporations and everything are doing wrong. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys, and always educate yourself. Again, like I always repeat in my videos, don't ever listen to me. Don't ever listen to anybody. No pastors, no preachers, no prophets. You really have to do this homework yourself. Read all my information here. I did this video a little bit different. Usually on my videos I explain a lot, but I'm not doing it in this video. I'm just showing you guys what I did to the sun disk. Okay, that's what I call it. So educate yourself, have a free mind, and I leave this in your hands, humanity. please educate yourself. Okay, I won't be doing another video until probably in January. Okay, I might make one in December, but I'm not sure. So you know, I will be back. Is that, as you know, I already explained to you guys, pole shift might happen pretty soon, and I already explained that earlier. So educate yourself, be safe, be strong, and hopefully those chemtrails work and prevent the pole shifts. Until next time, humanity. Bye bye.